Welcome to Into the Evidence. Each episode, we unpack a real investigation, step by step, and show how the clues connect. Special thanks to Ms. Razia Babai for making this series possible. Today, we're diving into the world of information security management, discussing vulnerabilities, threats, risk management, and all those control types. It's like looking under the hood of our digital systems and asking what could possibly go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. It's incredible how detailed these frameworks are. From identifying vulnerabilities, such as insecure passwords and misconfigured firewalls, to assessing risk based on the potential damage, there's so much ground to cover.
Exactly. And the structure is pretty methodical. It starts with vulnerability assessments, looking at things like improper hardware installations, unpatched software, even user errors. You know, things like untrained users are often the easiest targets.
Yep, totally. And that attention to the human element is key. I mean, even the best technical controls can be undermined if the users aren't aware, right? But then, there's also the whole process of threat identification, where you determine potential attack vectors, like hackers, viruses, and even disgruntled ex-employees.
Right on. Yeah, it really paints this picture of a layered defense strategy where risk management isn't just one step, but a complete cycle. You identify risks, analyze their likelihood and impact, plan responses, and then mitigate them for the future. It's like a never-ending loop of improvement.
Exactly. That's a great point. And you know, they break down risk response techniques into categories like acceptance, avoidance, mitigation, deterrence, and transference. It's interesting how each approach has its own flavor in managing the threat landscape.
Exactly. For instance, mitigation really gets into the nitty-gritty of active defenses like intrusion detection systems, those systems that actually alert you when anomalies are detected in network logs.
Oh, definitely. Like, it's crucial for rapid incident response. Speaking of incident response, it's so fascinating how they outline processes to test and verify system integrity. Whether it's through vulnerability scans that passively check for misconfigurations or penetration tests that actively simulate attacks.
Absolutely, yeah. Right. And the key difference is that penetration testing is a bit more intrusive. It's like you're asking for permission to have someone actively try and break into your system to see how resilient it is.
Exactly. But here's something I want to question. Sometimes people argue that vulnerability scanning is enough and that pen testing might be overkill. What do you think about that stance?
Well, I actually see both sides. Yeah, I mean, vulnerability scans are essential for a broad picture, but they can miss the nuanced exploitation techniques that a pen test might reveal. It's like, you know, scanning for scratches on a car versus taking it out on the road to see if it can handle a real crash.
That's a solid analogy. Absolutely. And then we move to the control types. Those 5 specific categories: deterrent, preventive, detective, corrective, and compensating controls. Each one is designed to tackle risks at different stages of the threat cycle.
Right you are. Right. Deterrent controls, for instance, aim to discourage an attack in the first place, kind of like having visible surveillance cameras that warn potential intruders. And then, preventive controls take it further by actually stopping the attack before it happens.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it's interesting how corrective controls come into play after an event has taken place. For example, backing up data or having a recovery plan. It's almost like learning from your mistakes to rebuild faster.
That's a crucial element. Sure is. And compensating controls are kind of a workaround when direct measures can't be implemented, like using a fire suppression system when you can't entirely prevent a fire. It's all about balancing practicality with safety.
Right? It's about doing the best you can within constraints. Exactly. Now, another critical aspect mentioned is security baselines. Baselines are essentially templates that define host security settings to ensure consistency across a network. What are your thoughts on that?
It's super important. Yeah, it's like having a default setting for safety. If every system deviates, you could end up with vulnerabilities all over the place, and regular assessments are necessary to ensure that these baselines are maintained.
Definitely. And then there's the whole logging aspect. Logs are a bit like the black box of a flight recorder. They provide crucial details about system activities and can be instrumental in forensic investigations.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Logging not only helps in detecting suspicious activities, but also in auditing, making sure security policies are being followed. Though sometimes I feel highly detailed logging can become a double-edged sword, eating up storage if not managed properly.
True, it's a balance. Speaking of policies, the security policy framework outlined is quite robust. It covers everything from acceptable use policies to social media guidelines. It's almost like a mini constitution for how data and resources are managed.
Exactly, yeah, right. And these policies are what tie the whole framework together. They set the rules of the game, ensuring that not only are technical controls in place, but there's also oversight on how information is handled, kind of like a governance structure.
Totally. Now, here's something I've been mulling over. The distinction between information security management, ISM, and information security governance, ISG. Some might conflate them, but really, one is about implementing controls, while the other deals with accountability and strategic oversight.
Yeah, absolutely, right. And it's a key point. Governance ensures you're doing the right thing, while management focuses on doing things right. Those clear distinctions help in designing effective security strategies.
Yeah, that's an important nuance. Definitely. And then we have the security assessment techniques, reviewing baselines, code reviews, determining the attack surfaces, and architectural reviews. It's impressive how every layer is scrutinized.
For sure. Yeah, it's like peeling an onion. Each layer gives you more insight into potential risks. And by reducing the attack surface, you minimize the number of entry points for an attacker.
Right, But I've got to challenge a bit here. Do you think sometimes these assessments can be so comprehensive that they slow down innovation? I mean, too many checkboxes can bog down the process.
That's a valid critique. I get what you're saying. There's always a trade-off between extensive security measures and agility. However, without thorough assessments, you risk leaving gaps that attackers can exploit. It's all about finding the right balance.
That's definitely the challenge. Absolutely. And then comes risk analysis versus risk management. First, you identify and quantify risks, then you decide on countermeasures. It's like gathering all the data before you strike on a plan.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And those countermeasures might include anything from improved physical security, like better access controls, to more technical measures like updated firewalls and intrusion prevention systems.
Indeed. And let's not forget the incident priority matrix. It's fascinating how organizations tier the impact levels from core business services to individual inconveniences. That systematic approach is what drives effective incident response.
Critical for setting priorities in a real crisis. Exactly. With the highest priority going to incidents affecting core services and the lowest to minor inconveniences, it helps allocate resources where they're needed most.
Yeah, that's smart, indeed. And finally, there's the ongoing process of security management itself, identifying security controls, implementing them, and then continuously monitoring them to ensure they're effective. That continuous improvement cycle really ties back to the risk management cycle we discussed earlier.
Absolutely. Totally. It's like a living process. adapting to new threats as technology and tactics evolve. You have to keep one step ahead, always updating your baselines, policies, and controls to protect the organization's assets.
Yes, exactly. It's been such an enlightening run through all these layers of security management, from vulnerabilities and threat analysis to policies and incident response. Every piece, even logging, plays a crucial role in the grand scheme.
Indeed, I agree. And the more we discuss, the more it becomes clear that effective security isn't just about technology, it's about people, processes, and a well-structured management framework that keeps evolving.
Right on, for sure. Absolutely. And it's a reminder that in today's environment, being proactive with security isn't optional. It's essential. Organizations need to stay vigilant, continuously assess and refine.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Very true. And while it might seem overwhelming, breaking it all down into these components, vulnerabilities, risk, controls, assessments, makes it manageable and ultimately effective in safeguarding vital data and processes.
Exactly. To wrap up, it's a dynamic cycle of strategic planning, implementation, and ongoing review. And if there's one takeaway, it's that security isn't a one-time setup. It's a continuum that evolves with every new threat.
Absolutely, that's the heart of it, right? And keeping that mindset ensures that organizations can not only prevent many attacks, but are also prepared to respond swiftly when things do happen. Thanks for this engaging dive into the topic. It's been really enlightening.
Yeah, thanks a lot.